What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video here today on my channel. I'm going to be going over all of the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remastered info that we have so far. Now, I personally grew up with these games, so I'm very excited that they are going to be remastering them. And it seems like they have a lot of good information that they dropped so far. So this game is being created by Vicarious Visions. I believe that is how you say it. And it is going to be released on September 4th of 2020. Now, I believe Vicarious reached out, even though Neversoft is now terminated and no longer being used as a company. They still had the original code and they built it off of the original code, so that is very good news. It seems like the game is going to be very accurate compared to the original. Now, it will be coming to PS4, Xbox, and PC. As of now, I believe it is not coming to the Switch. I don't know why the Nintendo Switch is not able to get it, but I believe it's just something with the software that it is not going to be on the Nintendo Switch as of now. Also on PC, it will not be in Steam right away. It will only be in the Epic Store, so just keep that in mind if you are planning on getting it on PC. Also, returning into the remastered version is going to be a lot of the original songs. It looks like they are definitely trying to get as many of the original songs that they can get as possible. Obviously, there is some rights that go into this, so I believe they said that some of the songs will not be able to make it into the game just because they were not able to acquire the rights for it. It's pretty tricky business how they are able to acquire rights. Even though they technically used it in the original games, it does not mean they still own the rights for a remastered version. So it looks like a lot of them are returning into the game. They have told us a good amount of them, which I will pop up on screen so you guys can look at all of them that they have announced so far. There will be more announced in the future, so that is very good news. That we will be getting a lot of the track list back, because that is definitely a huge part of the game. When you're skating around, you really pay attention to the music, in my opinion, so that is a very good thing that they're bringing back into the game. Also making it back into the game, which is amazing, is a lot of the original skaters as well. That is very important as well. When you are creating a remastered game, we want everything to be as accurate as possible. Now, I know some people will be wearing different clothing, including Tony Hawk, I believe, because of different sponsorships. Now, I believe he is with Vans shoes, so he will probably be wearing Vans, which he wasn't wearing back in the day, but that's okay. Little things like that is not a big deal, as long as they keep it as original as possible. It's just great that we are able to get as many of the original skaters as possible, and I will put the ones that they have linked to us on the screen as well. Also, about the secret skaters, I'm not sure if they will be able to get the rights for all of them. We will have to wait and see how that goes. People like Spider-Man, I don't know if they're going to be able to get the rights anymore with Sony and things like that, so we will have to wait and see. I believe they probably will have secret skaters, just whether or not they're actually able to use them. The ones that we already had in the originals, we will have to wait and see on that, but it is great that a lot of the original skaters are making it back into the game. Now, this game is being considered a remastered version of the original game, but it is almost like a remake in a sense, because they are adding a lot of mechanics that were not in the original game, like reverts, lip tricks, things of that nature that weren't in the original two games. They are adding them into this game, which I definitely think is a great decision. As much as people like the originals, the games have developed over time, and things like wall plants, lip tricks, reverts are a huge part of Tony Hawk games now. But they also are creating a mode where you're going to be able, in the settings I believe, just to be able to turn it off and play it as the original. So that is a great feature to have. So if you want to play it with no reverts, no lip tricks, things like that, you will be able to do that. And I think that is a great choice to be able to play on an old school mode and get the most out of the game that you can, having multiple modes to play, so that it won't get as stale or as boring. Now, they are also bringing in some very promising created modes coming into these remastered games as well. So, first off is a created skater mode. I am very interested to see how that process will be. If you guys have played the newest iteration of Tony Hawk Pro Skater in Pro Skater 5, there was kind of a created player mode. So basically what happened was you would use the Tony Hawk, Nigel Houston, whoever the case was, but then you can go and put on these different animations, different boards to create your own skater. The issue with it is there wasn't a lot of variety. You kind of just pick and choose like a head and then a skateboard, and that was pretty much it. The lip tricks were set, flip tricks were set, everything like that. And I think hopefully they go more in depth with it, where you can choose your own skating set, what you want to exactly wear, what your scan or your face should look like, your board, maybe your grip tape, things like that. Hopefully you can go ahead and change as much as possible. It is going to be online, but I believe there is local multiplayer as well, so that should be able to be used on both of them, but we have no details on that yet. But with that as well is a great creative park system from what we have heard. Now, creative park is a huge part of skating games as well, because people get to be as creative as they want, create each park that they want, and obviously being able to share them to online is a great addition that is basically needed at this point. But on top of that, they are also adding where you can edit someone else's park. So I don't know the exacts about it. I would kind of compare it to Google Drive in a sense, where basically I'm able to edit my part and then someone else is able to go in and edit as long as the original creator gives them permission to. Now hopefully the way it works is it saves maybe multiple options of it. So if I have created a original park, then someone else is able to go in and edit, but it doesn't overwrite my actual park. What it does is create a secondary, or I have to accept it first to go ahead and overwrite the original park, or whatever the case is. But hopefully it does not delete the original park if someone like myself edit and create a park and then someone else goes in and edits it. Hopefully it just adds on to another tier or something like that. That way if I don't personally like the edits that have went on, I'm still able to play my park. Something else that's very great about this game so far that we have heard is going to be the challenges that are in the game. Once again, I know I'm comparing it to Pro Skater 5, but that is the newest iteration that we have seen. So personally, those challenges were very underwhelming. The originals were very good. Obviously, everyone wants the original skates, combos, trick attack, things like that in the game. But on top of it, something that's very good that they're doing in this iteration of the game is each skater will have certain challenges that are directed specifically to that skater. So there is going to be more than just the normal combo skate 2-minute time trial type things that were in the originals. But on top of that, you are able to have challenges that are directed specifically to that skater, which will also play very good into the replay value, because you can obviously hop around on each skater, do specific challenges on that level without getting bored. So I do think that is a great part of this remastered as well. So that's pretty much it on the information we have as well. Definitely let me know in the comments if I missed anything that you guys have seen. Like I said, I'm very excited for this game. I personally am going to download it as soon as I can so I can go ahead and get the demo. I will pre-order it as soon as I hear about the demo, because I believe we're going to be able to play Warehouse sometime in the summer. But if you guys are excited just like myself, drop a like on this video, subscribe, and turn on that post notification bell for more Tony Hawk Pro Skater info. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time.